Check, check. All right, it's working. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing tonight? Welcome to the Performing Arts Center. My name is Charlie Kaufman. I'm with William Clare Entertainment. And I do need to ask you this question. Are you ready for some great American country music tonight? Right. This is for the guys. Come on, guys. Are you ready to walk the line? This is for the ladies. Are you ready to go walk a country mile? All right, here we go. On behalf of the city of Pinellas Park, we are bringing you two great country artists who are considered to be the most influential, successful, and acclaimed artists of the 20th century. And we want to ask a favor that you please refrain from making videos as a consideration for those around you. Secondly, that you please turn your cell phone off. We have some great shows coming your way, and we have the Motown show August 6th here, sure to get you out of your seat. After that, we have the group Chicago, a group called Beginnings, and then we have an internationally acclaimed group called Abracadabra, doing the Swedish group ABBA tribute, and just shows well into next year, so we really appreciate your support. All right, are we ready for some country rock and roll? Are we ready for some rockabilly? Some blues? Some gospel? Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Coleman's tribute to the Man in Black.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear that trailer come, rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sun time as I go. I'm stuck in Folsom prison. I'm dragging on. That train keeps rolling on down the side road. I was just a baby, my mama told me, John, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. I shot a man in Reno, just to watch him die. That train keeps rolling, I hang my head and cry. Diamond car, probably drinking coffee, smoking a big cigar. I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. That train keeps rolling. That's what tortures me. That railroad track of mine, I'll probably move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom prison. That's where I want to stay. I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you very much, I'm Johnny Cash. Thank you very much. What a wonderful audience we have here today. My name is really Keith Coleman, but I get to do my favorite thing in the whole world, and that's a tribute to the one and only Johnny Cash. The only human on the planet Earth inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Country Music Hall of Fame, Songwriter Hall of Fame, and Folk Music Hall of Fame. Elvis only got in 2 of those. Johnny got his start down in Memphis, Tennessee at Sun Record Studios with Carl Perkins and Jerry Lee Lewis, Roy Orbison, all those rabble-rousers down there. But the problem with Memphis was there was nowhere you could play live. If you wanted to play live, you had to go all the way down to the Louisiana Hayride. That's the first time Johnny Cash ever got to see Elvis play live was at the Louisiana Hayride, and he was really impressed with Elvis. He was so impressed with Elvis, he wrote a special song. Special song for Elvis, and then he found out that Elvis had sent a love note to his potential future girlfriend, June Carter. He decided he wasn't going to give that song to Elvis. I'm switching songs on you guys. I'm going to F sharp on this one. Are you ready? And I'm going to share this song with you. It goes like this. It's called Get Rhythm. Well, get rhythm. If you got the blues, get rhythm. If you got the blues, hold on, I'll dive a shoe. Do the million all good, you get rhythm. If you got the blues, shoe shine gold, the never gets down. You got the dirtiest job in town. Bending doors to people's feet, when the corner of a windy street. Best when they shine my shoes, now you can't go get the blues. Really should get a little hit. Pop shoe shine red. That's it. Get the blues. Got the blues, get the blues. If you got the blues, jump the rhythm, it can be so fine. She called it your blue word, honey, get rhythm. If you got the blues. This song is special because this is the song that got Johnny Cash barred from the Grand Ole Opry. There are those amongst us here even tonight that would say Johnny Cash used to drink a little too much. Well, I don't think so. He certainly don't drink no more than Don does over here, I'll tell you that. But it is true, he had a few to drink the night he showed up at the Ryman Theater with this new song, and he got kind of excited when he was singing this song, and he stomped out all the footlights. I don't have any footlights here to stomp them. I won't do that part of the show. The song has nothing to do with stomping out footlights, but I guarantee you've heard this song before. It goes like this. Well, my daddy left home when I was free, and he didn't leave much from a bottle of me, just his old guitar, empty bottle of booze. The meanest thing that he ever did is before he left, he went and named me Suede. Now, he must have thought that was a pretty good joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd turn red, some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. Things just ain't that easy for a boy named Suede. I grew up quick and I grew up mean. The best got hard and the wits got keen. bikini, rode from town to town to hide my shame. But I swore by the moon and stars, I'd search on honky-tonks and bars, and I'd find that mangy weasel that named me Sue. It was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I rode into town, my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. There on the street of mud, sitting at a table dealing stuff with that mangy rat who went and named me Sue. I knew that snake was my own sweet dad by the old photograph that my mama had. I recognized the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He's big, bent, gray, and old, and I looked at him and my blood run cold. I said, hey, my name is Sue. How do you do? Now you are gonna die! Well, I hit him once right between the eyes. He went down, and to my surprise, come up with a knife and it cut off a chunk of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth and he went through the wall out into the street, kicking it and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I fought tougher, man. I really don't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh, then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, and I drew mine first, and he stood there in the street and I seen him smile. He said, son, this world is rough. If you're gonna make it, you gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be around to help you along. So I gave you that name, I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And you know, it's that name that helps make you strong. Now you just fought one heck of a fight. I know you hate me. You have the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye. I'm that mangy snake that named you Sue. What could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up. Threw down the gun, called him a paw, he called me a son. I went away with a different point of view. I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a boy, I'm gonna name him Bill or George or Ralph, anything but Sue. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Way you got those hands together, make welcome to the stage my sweet wife, Miss June Carter.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all. I've just been rushing around, John. I just couldn't hardly wait to get out here and say hi to everybody. How is everybody doing tonight?
Well, June, you got to watch that rushing around. You go rushing around like that, you're going to cause yourself an accident.
I ain't never had an accident my whole life, John.
Wait a second, June, that's a pretty big statement. You've never had an accident?
No.
You have never had an accident?
Well, there was that one time last year when that mean old bull threw me over that fence.
You don't call that an accident?
No, I really think he did it on purpose.
Oh.
You know, I had to take your dog to the vet today.
You took my hound dog to the vet?
Yeah, did you believe that crazy old hound dog swallowed a bullet?
My dog swallowed a bullet. What did the vet say?
He said, well, don't point him at me. You know, I've been worried to death. I've been worried to death, John, about my sister Violet. You know, she broke up with her boyfriend, and she's been going with him for 5 years.
No kidding.
He said he didn't want no commitment. So she said, you know, she said, I told him, she said, you know, we've been going out for 5 long years. And either you tell me what your name is or it's over between us. I don't blame her, do you?
Sounds like you're getting kind of pushy for me, I don't know.
You know, I went to the doctor.
You went to the doctor?
Went to the doctor this
What's the
morning.
matter?
He said, now June, he said, I want you to take this little blue pill every morning with a big glass of water. And now at lunchtime, I want you to take this little pink pill with a big glass of water. And at nighttime when you have your dinner, June, take this little purple pill with a big glass of water.
What did he say the problem was?
Well, he said I was not drinking enough water.
play a Grammy song. We got married in the fever, fire and peppers fly. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire was born. I'm going to Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fool around. I'm going to Jackson, you. Look out Jackson County.
Oh, now, Jackson. Go ahead and go there. Go ahead, if you're talking, man, make a big fool of yourself. Well, go down to Jackson. Well, first, go comb my hair.
I'm gonna snowball Jackson. Well, I breeze into that city. All them women gonna stoop and bow.
I doubt it.
All them women gonna make me teach them what they know how. I'm going to Jackson.
Yeah.
Turn loose in my coat. I'm going to Jackson.
We got married in a fever. Hotter than a pepper's fry. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the far away.
I'm going to Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about it. I'm going to Jackson.
Never coming back.
Did you not go to Jackson on your baby's not slowing me down?
Well, all right, then. I tell you what, John, you just go right ahead and go to Jackson.
I am,
But do not call me up on the telephone and ask me to send you a Greyhound bus ticket to come on. Because I am not buying no Greyhound bus ticket.
That only got one time, dude.
Thank you so much, everybody. Well, before we do this next song, now I'd like to tell y'all a little story about it. First time I ever laid eyes on John here, well, I was singing at the Ryman Theater, the Grand Ole Opry, with my mother, Mother Maybelle Carter, and my sisters, the Carter family, and John was on a high school graduation trip. And he came backstage after the show and he said, I am a really big fan of the Carter family. Well, you know, the Carter family, they were the first people that ever sing gospel music on the radio, and John here was a gospel musician. He grew up playing gospel music and playing his guitar on the front porch with his mama. And he looked right at me and he said, June Carter, he said, I'm a really big fan of yours. He said, I'm going to marry you someday. I said, Lord have mercy, it's just what I don't need in my life.
No, what she said was, can you read lips?
Well, I guess those little eyes of his must have burned a hole in my heart, because I went home and I wrote the words of this song. Now, I didn't dare let him know about it. He just sing right through me. But my sister, Anita, she had a voice of an angel. And she recorded it. And he heard it and he said, I'm going to record that song. And the truth is, he did not know that I wrote that song. And that I wrote it about him until after he recorded it. And this is what he did with it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
John?
Well, I tell you what, I got to tell a joke. You know, you always got to tell a joke. Johnny always told the jokes. Preacher was preaching the other day. He asked that age-old question. If there's anyone in this room here tonight that's perfect, stand up now. One guy stood up in the back of the room. Preacher says, man, you think you're perfect? He said, no. I was standing up for my wife's ex-husband. He couldn't be here. A little close to home there. Did you know that from 1970 to 1973, Johnny Cash and June Carter had the #1 television show in the whole United States? Anybody wanted to be on the Johnny Cash Hour. Well, not everybody got to be on there, but if you got to be on there, it kind of made your career. Now, one person's career that he made, well, let me back up and explain this a little bit. Johnny was filming up in New York, and when they were kind of on break, he liked to kind of wander around town, check things out. Well, he was in Greenwich Village. He heard this folk singer playing. He went back, told his producer, heard this guy down in Greenwich Village. I want to get him on my show. Guy said, well, what's his name? He said, Bob Dylan. He said, oh, I seen that guy. He's a hippie. We ain't putting hippies on this show. He said, well, if he ain't on there, I ain't going to be on there. So he was on there. That's right. So from then on, everyone knew who Bob Dylan was. Johnny and Bob wrote some songs together, and Johnny and June recorded some of his songs, and one they won a Grammy for. Here's a Bob Dylan song that they won a Grammy for. Hope you like it. It goes like this. From my window, let your old changes speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. When you say you're looking for someone who's never weak, but always strong, to get you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone nobody can ever know. It ain't me. No, 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 it ain't me. It ain't me you're looking for. Hey. From your ledge, babe, to light me from the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'll only bring you down. Don't say you're looking for someone to promise never to part. Someone to close his eyes to you. Someone to close his heart. Someone that I you more than me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Say you're looking for someone to pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers constantly, and to come each time you call, and we'll love you for your life and nothing more. It ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me. It ain't me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there was a city slicker from Memphis just bought him one of those new Porsche convertibles. He was up in the hills, up in the Ozarks, riding around the hills just as fast as he could. You know what happens when you first get a new car? You want to see how fast you can go. Well, that's what he was doing, see how to stick to the curves. Well, he went around this one particular curve. There was a rooster in the middle of the road. He couldn't possibly stop. He threw on the brakes, but he couldn't stop. To make a long story short, he ran over the rooster, smushed it flat, killed the rooster. Well, he looked up on the hill. There was a house on the hill, so he walked up the hill, knocked on the door. That was good. Farmer came to the door. He said, "Sir, I want to apologize to you." He said, I'm really sorry. He said, I was showing off down there with my new car, and I know I was going too fast, and the bottom of your rooster was in the middle of the road, sir. I'm so sorry, but make a long story short, I've killed your rooster. But sir, I want to do the right thing. I want to replace that rooster. He said, "Okay, go out in the hen house, introduce yourself to the hens." I think we'll do a gospel song to make up for that. I remember when I was a bad, times were hard and times were bad. There's a silver line behind each and every cloud. Just for the people that's all we were, trying to make a living off fun and day. We get together and eat and sing loud. They say, "Baby, we need a brother John right there, singing, sing to have a troubled soul. One of these days I won't be long, I'm turning me a song. I'll join the family circle and roll. Well, the circle won't be broken by and by. They say, "Baby, we need a brother John right there in the sky, Lord, in the sky." I remember after work, Mama would call and all of us. You could hear us singing for a country ride. If the brothers done go home, gonna join the song. I'll turn that family circle and throw. But it said, "Baby, we need a brother John right there, sing, sing to help a troubled soul. One of these days there won't be long, don't join in a song. I'll join the family circle and throw. Well, the circle won't be broken by my Lord, by and by." Let us sing, "Baby, we need a brother John right there in the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the sky, Lord, in the sky."
Y'all remember that?
Well, there's an old man couldn't hear too good, so he went to the doctor for a checkup. Doctor checked him over and said, "Sir, you need a hearing aid." So he gave him a hearing aid. Within a week, he had lost that hearing aid. Not only that, he couldn't hear as good as he did before he went to the doctor in the first place. So he went back to the doctor for a second checkup. Doctor checked him over and said, "Sir, you realize you have a suppository stuck in your ear?" He said, "Now I remember where I put that hearing aid." Oh, you've done that. I can tell you've done that. Here's one June wrote. Well, I'm gonna take out walking. Just you wait and see. Well, he's beating my woman. Well, we can work this out. Thank you very much. Oh, I'll tell you what, I think we'll just stick and do another Grammy song. What do you say? See if I can. If I were a carpenter, you were a lady, would you marry me with me? Would you have my baby?
You were a carpenter, I was a lady. I'd marry you anyway. I'd have a baby.
If I worked my hands in wood, would you still love me?
I'll answer you, yes I would. I'd put none above you.
Save my love to loneliness, save my love to sorrow. I'll give you my whole best.
Give me your tomorrow.
Your color blouse, soft shoes shining.
You remember how I walk around in there. I wouldn't miss my color blouse or my soft shoes shining.
Save my love to loneliness, save my love to sorrow. I'll give you my best.
Give you tomorrow.
Would I still find you?
Just carry the pot you made, far behind you.
If I were a carpenter and you were a lady,
I'd marry you anyway. I'd have your baby.
save my love to loneliness, save my love to sorrow. I'll give you all the best.
Give me your tomorrow.
Miss June Carter, ladies and gentlemen. June.
Thank you. You got a wonderful birthday, Rob.
Need you to sing with me a little bit. I'll do a few more Johnny songs here. Now this song here, Johnny Cash joined the military as soon as he could because he wanted to get out of Arkansas. He was born in a one-room shack in Kingsland, Arkansas, and he hated picking cotton. Hated picking cotton. Wrote a song called I Hate Picking Cotton. They sent him to Germany, bought his first guitar for $5 over there. So I came back to Memphis, going to be a big star. Took his big satchel full of songs and went down. Anyway, he ended up being a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman. Man, he hated that job. Heard they were making a ton of money up in Detroit. So he went up to Detroit up there, worked on the assembly line for a couple of weeks, figured he'd rather be a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman. Went back to Memphis, but he lucked up and met Sam Phillips here, started writing songs, everything kind of smoothed out for him. Now, this is a very special song that he wrote while he was working on the assembly line up there. I bet you've heard this one before. It goes like this. 2, 3. Well, I left Kentucky back in '49. I went to Detroit working on the assembly line. First year I spent putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry because I always wanted one that was long and black. I devised myself a plan. It'd be the envy of most any man. I sneak it out in the lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired. I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. Having me a car worth at least $100 grand. You know how I get it? I get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I go through your town. I'm gonna ride around and strive, drive everybody by. I'll have the only one there is around. Now the first day, when I checked in with my big lunchbox and help from my friends, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gear. I never considered myself a thief, but you wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strode it out over several years. The next day I got me a big fuel pump, then I got an engine in the trunk, then I got a transmission and all the chrome. The little stuff we got in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, but the big stuff we stuck out in my buddy's mobile home. Up to now, everything was alright till we tried to put it together one night. Then we realized something was definitely wrong. Cause the motor was a 53 and the transmission was a 63. When we put the bolts in, all the holes was gone. Well, we drilled out the holes so the bolts would fit. With a little bit of help from my 8th Delta kit, we had that motor running just like a song. Oh, the headlights, they were quite a sight. We had 3 on the front, 2 on the right. When we pulled the switch out, all 5 of them come on. And the rear end looked a little funny too when we put it together. And when we was through, because I swear it only had one great big tail fin. About then my wife come out. I could see in her eyes, she had it out. But she hopped in the back and said, "Y'all take me for a spin." Well, we headed uptown to get the tags. I drove straight up that big main drag. You could hear them laughing at me for miles around. But at the courthouse, they didn't laugh. Well, they rided up and took the whole stack. And when they threw the title weighed 40 pounds. You know how I got it? I got it one piece at a time. Wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I go through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, drive everybody wild. I'll have the only one there is around. Well, I get the call on my CD. Come back there, buddy. Yeah, Red Riders this year. Yeah, this is the Cycle Billy Cadillac coming at you. What's that? The cost of this automobile? Well, you might just say I drove up to the factory and picked it up. They're cheaper that way. What's that, the year of this car? Well, shucks. I never thought of it. Let me see. I would guess it'd have to be 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 automobile. It's 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 71, 2003 automobile. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Johnny Cash and Elvis, they got to be pretty good buddies. You know how good buddies are. They kind of like to play tricks on each other and mess with each other every now and then from time to time. Well, Elvis started doing an impersonation of Johnny Cash in his show. So to get even, Johnny started doing an impression of Elvis in his show. I tell you, what started a lot of this, let me back up just a minute. When Johnny Cash first got back to Memphis, the first friend he made was Carl Perkins. Y'all remember Carl Perkins? Yeah. Great songwriter, wasn't he? Guitar picker, songwriter. Well, Johnny Cash, he was talking to Carl. He said, "Carl, when I was in Germany, a guy come off the dance floor, and he said to me, he said, you know, that girl I was dancing with stomped all over my blue suede shoes." He said, "Carl, you ought to write a song about blue suede shoes." He said, "Man, that sounds a little silly. If I go to the trouble of doing it, would you record it?" He said, "Yeah, I promise you, I'll record it." He said, "In that case," so he went home, started writing. A couple of weeks later, he finished up, brought it back in the studio. Johnny Cash had just gone out on tour. Guess who was sitting there in the studio? Elvis was sitting there. You know what he said? He heard that song. He said, "Thank you very much, no, thank you very much. I think I can do that pretty good. Thank you very much." Come on. See, that fella said, "What the hell did he say?" He thinks he can sing that song. Oh, let me give it a shot. He sang a few verses. He said, "Yeah, he's got that song. That's him." So, but I'm going to show you what it would have been like if Johnny Cash had got his hands on it, okay? Would have come out a little bit like that. One for the money, two for the show. Get ready and go, cat, go and dirty. Step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything, lay off my blue suede shoes. Knock me down, step on my face. Everybody name all over the place. Do anything that you got to do. Oh, get out of them shoes, don't you? Step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything that off my blue suede shoes. Liquor from an old fruit jar. Doing the thing you want to do. Step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything off my blue suede shoe. I think that's what made Johnny Cash mad when he started doing the impression.
Oh, it's time for Elvis.
I told you.
That's what time it is. It's Elvis time.
I told you Johnny Cash and Elvis used to pick on each other all the time. So I'm going to do an impression of Keith Coleman, doing an impression of Johnny Cash, doing an impression of Elvis Presley. Well, since my baby left, I found a new place to dwell. Down at the end of the street, we're going to tell you where they go. I was so lonely, I was so lonely, I was so lonely, I was so lonely. Well, my tears keep flowing, the desk clerk dressed in black. I've been so long on the street, well, I'm never coming back. I was so lonely, I was so lonely, I was so lonely, I was so lonely. You got a tale to tell. Take a walk down on the street. Oh, baby, go tell where baby. I was so lonely. I was so lonely. I've been so lonely I could die. It was just me all the time.
Would you hold that slide or would you sit
I
it down?
will.
Would you sit that down?
All right.
All right, here we go. I've been doing well, I've been doing well, cause I've been doing well, we got down there. Trying to have my share, I've been the winds of serious, so we each try to turn it. I know I won't tell you what time I'm on, keep on, and go, walk the road, something, and do it, tell you, I don't care. I've been everywhere, I've been everywhere. Cross that desert barren, breathe that mountain air. Well, I've had my share, I've been everywhere. I've been to Boston, Charleston, Daytona, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Kentucky, got Monterey, Fairview, South Bay, Tallahassee, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Appalachia, Tennessee, Tangerine, Kimberly, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Crater Lake, Bend Lake, Pizza. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross my desert fair, man. Breathe that mountain air, man. Come on, have my share. I've been everywhere. I'm still open to fear with Jacksonville, Waterloo, Coleman, Pistol, Springfield, picture of people, pants that pad, I'm like that, I hope Argentina, Denver, Pasadena, Carolina, see what I mean? I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, cross that desert fair, man, breathe that mountain air, come on, have my share, I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Arkansas, Redwood, Eldorado, Pittsburgh, Eldorado, Alabama, Kansas, Jackson, Nebraska, Hope, Fairview, Mars City, County, Kansas City, Sioux City, Cedar City, Memphis. I've been everywhere, I've been everywhere, man. Cross that desert fair, man. Breathe that mountain air, come on, have my share.
Cause you haven't been.
No, I've been everywhere.
You haven't been.
I've been everywhere. This is a hum-along song. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep heading out for the tide to climb. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Humming back to the back. I found it very, very easy to make sure I find myself alone each day through. You know I'd even be a fool for me. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Back in the back, you're not humming. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I want to be with you each and every night. And loving you, oh, that proves that's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. On your side, you give the cause for the love that I can't hide. For you go, I'd even turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. And this is your last chance to hum. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the end out for the time to find. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, above all. Johnny and June were great patriots. Here's a song you hear every 4th of July, Memorial Day, and maybe you just never knew that Johnny Cash wrote this song. It goes like this. Well, I was walking through a courthouse square, and on a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "The courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "It'll do for our little town." I said, "Your flagpole kind of leans a little bit, man. That's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat." So I sat down. He said, "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "Well, I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see that hole in that flag there? We got that when Washington crossed the Delaware. And that burn we got when Francis Scott Key sit writing it and listening, watching writing those sinking his teeth. We got a bad tear down in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at his seams, and it almost fell by the Alamo. Beside the Texas flag, it waved all along. It got cut with a sword in Chancellorsville, and it got cut again at Shiloh Hill. And it was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg. And the South rolled a little hard on that ragged old flag. At Flanders Field in World War I, she got a bad hole from a Bertha gun. Turned blood red in World War II. Hung living low a time or two. She went to Korea. She went to Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. Native Americans, red, yellow, white, we all shed red blood for our stars and stripes. She guarded over our ships on the briny foam, but do you know they've almost quit waving her here at home? In her own land she's been abused, she's been burned, denied, refused. And the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout the land. She's getting threadbare. She's wearing thin, but you know, she's in mighty good shape for the shape she's in. So we put her up each morning. We take her down each night. We don't let her touch the ground. But we hold her upright. As a matter of fact, I do like to brag, because I'm mighty proud of our ragged old flag. Hope you enjoy a little Johnny Cash. Mr. Don Cox on bass guitar, would you give Don a hand? Slamming the baby. We got Big Joe back there on the drum. Give Joe a hand back there. I want you to know Joe filled in at the last moment there. He had never played with us before till tonight. And then you're doing a great job, good man. Yeah! Mr. TJ Weger over here on the steel guitar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. You are in for something special. The one and only Leanne Williams is going to be out here in just a little bit, do some Patsy Cline for you, and she does it like nobody else on the planet Earth. Trust me on this, you're going to enjoy it. Miss Ruby Tuesday.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Johnny Cash himself, Keith Coleman.
Thank you very much, y'all. Sit back, relax, get ready for some real entertainment. Coming up here just a second.
You're gonna love it. Bye, y'all.
Mr. Doc Cox on the bass. Few of those $150 CDs left. You better get one.